Well, hello, it's your old mate Dave Spencer again. I'm just scrambling through the undergrowth here at the LYMM Poplar services at Cheshire in the northwest of England, and just sort of crouching down so I can keep in frame. And behind me is my camera bag, which I'll probably trip over and fall arse over what's it. Anyway, it's great to have you back with us for another adventure. As I say, we're at the LYMM Poplar services, one of the best spots for lorry spotting in the UK. And without further ado, let's get stuck in and see what we can find today. Just when you think it's stopped, it all starts again. Well, we're whacking through our coverage this time, really getting through it. I'll have to take a time check. That means turning my phone on, which regular viewers will know that I don't often do. And I only turn it on because I don't have a watch. Can't afford one. Hardest thing in the world being a transport photographer. No money in it. Can't afford a watch. I hate it. I don't like anything. Don't wear rings or bangles or anything like that. Can't stand it. I get claustrophobia. When you go to these events and they want you to put a band around your wrist, I really hate that. I can't stand it. And I have to go home with it. It's a weekend event and put up with it. I get claustrophobia. Well, it's 11:33. I'm aiming to get home by about 1 o'clock at the latest. Getting through this film quite quickly. It's probably only taken us almost real time to finish off, so I could be home by about 1:45, probably by getting another film rattled off and redressing the balance slightly on the bus lorry equation in PMP. It's easy to get embroiled in one when there's a lot going on. It's been pretty interesting times in the bus world. But I realise I just have to remember the rest of my viewership and give them what they want. You know, it's so popular, LYMM. It's just so well known. Long lane deliveries. You know, I can't ever remember seeing that one before. Well, he came a little bit close to me for a skill shot, so I didn't get anything there. Not that I need it. I mean, Mandy sometimes has a go at me when I moan about filing everything. So, why do you take so many pictures? I said, well, it gives me something to do while I'm filming. So what do I do now? I narrate, I take still pictures, and I film. Empty livestock transport. There's load deposited at the abattoir, no doubt. Oh dear, enough to make you be a vegetarian, isn't it? You see all those pretty little piglets and baby lambs off for the slaughter. I'd say you'll all be vegetarians if you worked in an abattoir. Bin wagon on tray plates. I was out with my sister Yvonne down in Hampshire, and waiting for one of the open top buses there to get a shot of down at Hewley. Beautiful spot, and gorgeous day. Horses there, the ponies all over the place, and I've got my camera ready. Anything interesting when I'm out, I take a picture of. And she's, am I seeing right? Did you just take a picture of a rubbish lorry? And I said, yeah. Oh. And I think she had a Mrs. Bouquet moment, but So I don't think people not into things like transport, they don't always see the interest in things like that. Now I know there's actually quite a lot of people that are very interested in municipal or utility vehicles, especially when we used to have a lot of them owned by the councils, because they often run at the same time as buses and lorries. Not quite the same these days. Very smart, isn't it? Tasteful livery. Not over the top, slightly understated. Very clean, very tidy, well presented. You see, I do appreciate such things. Doesn't help, of course, sometimes because I'm colourblind. A lot of men are colourblind. I couldn't have been an airline pilot or a train driver, I have been told. I think I got told that when I was a little kid. But, you know, it's awful, isn't it? When you all wanted to be a train driver or a pilot, which of course everybody did back in the 1950s, and or an astronaut or something, you know, ordinary, and they just say you can't do it because you're colourblind. You think, well, where's that come from? Why can't you make the colours different? Be politically correct then, wouldn't it? See, they don't do all the things like that. Discriminated against, and I was left-handed. Another thing that gets discriminated against, and then they have a go at making versions that anybody can use, and they're usually worse than where they started. He's from Bilston. Well, another one under the wraps, and nearly time to say cheerio once again. It's difficult picking a spot to do it, isn't it? They just never seem to stop coming. Every time I want to finish off, now this should be a laugh, because to say my goodbye I've got to get between where I am down there, but what you can't really see is all the obstacles on the ground, like my camera bag and the weeds, the stumps of trees, all of which have a possibility of causing me to tumble to the deck. Well, here I am back again. I managed to clamber through the undergrowth, and it's been a pleasure having you along at LYMM Poplar service station in September 2019. Been a great day. It's really been a pleasure having you along with us once more. I hope we can enjoy the pleasure of your company again in future presentations. Indeed, we'll be staying for another hour and see what we can get then. Perhaps you'll meet us then. So on behalf of myself, Dave Spencer, and Mandy at the PMP Film Archive, I thank you once more, and from me it's bye for now.